Hello everyone, and today I'm going to be showing you another good but unorthodox Lavaloon deck. This is the deck right here. It's a Lavaloon pump with the mirror and also skeleton dragons, horde, and the guards, with fireball being the only spell. And as you guys know, mirror got a pretty good buff, which actually made it the use rates and win rates skyrocket. A lot of people are actually saying that it's overpowered, and it basically now, whenever you mirror a card, it's 2 levels up instead of 1 level up. So I actually won a grand challenge with the mirror, as you can see here. I mean, the 8 wins, I was just, trolling with some other Lavaloon pump decks. And as you guys know that the pump also recently got a pretty good buff as well. Like they reworked it, so when when it dies, it gives you 1 elixir, but it's way better against spells now, as if they fireball your pump, it's a -1 elixir trade, same with a rocket and stuff like that. So this is going to be our 12 one. And also, did you guys see the new Mighty Miner buff, where the ability is 1 elixir? I mean, I still think that, it's probably going to be like just good, but I don't think it's going to be like crazy good. And anyways, this deck is actually not even that bad. And the mirror actually comes in handy with all the bait, because you have the bait, you have the mini horde, you have the skeleton dragons, you have the guards. So you got like the poison, the fireball, and the arrows bait, along with the pump, which also baits out spells. And also, a lot of people are known to fireball lava hound pups and the balloon. But anyways, he just goes with he just goes with a hog, my bad, and I go with the guards. So then I go with the lava hound, knowing that he has no win condition in cycle. So then I just go to the Lavaloon push, and then he used his Inferno Tower, which is not very good, because the Inferno Tower, I don't have any reset to it, so it's not that good news for me. And there, I probably should have played the Mirror Skeleton Dragons, but instead I just went for the Minion Horde. It's fine though, because we can just guards to clean all this up, and the Firecracker only gets 1 hit. And at this point, I'm pretty sure that he's using like Earthquake or something like that. So I just pump just to see. I'm pretty sure I pump here just to see if he does have it, but after because I played this grand challenge like after the Earthquake nerf. The Earthquake is actually significantly worse now. But anyways, he has some pretty unfortunate timing. So he went in for his Earthquake right when I pumped. So we'll take that. And he actually cycles back to another Earthquake, which is like his deck is super fast cycle. And we're actually looking in a pretty good position, even though we took a lot of damage, because we now have a huge elixir lead, or like around like 5 elixir lead, and we can just go with the Lava Hound. In here, since I know that he has Inferno Tower, I'm probably gonna try to predict him, like trying to predict like him placing the Inferno Tower or something like that. So I just go over the guards here, and then I go in with the Loon. He goes in with the Inferno Tower, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mirror Loon, which is why the mirror comes in handy. So I mirror Loon, and I bypass the Inferno Tower, and it goes onto the tower. And this mirror Loon is so high leveled, he literally can't kill it. Like, the mirror Loon just saves my day. Like, look at this. It has an Inferno Tower on it. The Firecracker is shooting at it consistently, and it still takes down the entire tower, which is very, very good for me. And now we're in a pretty good situation, as it's a 1-1 situation. And here, I'm pretty sure I just cycle my guards, or like my mini horror, or I just leak elixir, because I don't want to go Lava Hound in that situation, because I know that he's going to go hog. And there, that was a really, really good Lava Hound, because I predicted that he was going to play his Firecracker to try to kill my minion horde, because he did that last time of his hog push. So I go with the Lava Hound to tank for the Firecracker, and my entire minion horde lives. And look at all the units we have, and his Firecracker just isn't enough, and I just take it down the tower. That was a total win right there. So yeah, as you guys can see, this deck is very, very, like, you can surprise your opponent with like the mirror loons and all that stuff. Like, the one thing I really like about mirror is that every single time you use the card, every single game, you just have that one card that you can abuse, whether it be like the balloon in the last game, or the skeleton dragons when they don't have like a fireball or something, or the minion horde when they don't have arrows, or just double guards. Like sometimes I just like to do double like guards in the mirror, guards on the golem, and you won't believe how fast it shreds the golem. And like yeah, that's something really good about the mirror, and it can also be like a fireball or the pump. But anyways, he's playing Spellbait here, so I just go with an early pump because I know that he has a rocket. So I just bait out the rocket, and then guess what? I'm pretty sure I mirrored pump here because if I mirror the pump, yep, he just uses rocket, so he literally has nothing. So it's fine that he goes with the princess because now I go with the minion horde. Something you have to know about these Logbait archetypes is that their princesses that are only ranged and splash troop. So if you get rid of their princess, they're gonna have a hard time dealing with the skeleton dragons, with the lava pups, the minions, the minion horde. That's actually something important to remember when you're playing Logbait, because even if you're not playing like my deck, like my weird deck with minion horde and all that stuff, like you still need to know that killing the princess is very valuable for just winning the game, because then they can't kill any of your stuff. So anyways, I go in the guards to try to predict his Inferno Tower, but it fails because he plays in a pretty nice position. So I just go in with the balloon here because I know that he has no elixir at all, and I have a pretty big elixir leak for my pump. So the balloon actually gets 3 hits, which is very, very good for us. So I just wait until all that locks on, then I just go for the minion horde and then the fireball to kill the goblin barrel, just to like not take as much damage. And look at that, the minion horde just wreaks havoc onto his tower, which is why it's really, really like useful to have the minion horde in some situations. And as you can see, when he doesn't have his princess in hand, he has a very hard time dealing with these things like the minion horde and the guards and the skeleton dragons. So here, I just go in with a pump. And he actually just goes in here, and I actually predict his Golem Barrel, which is actually pretty good from us. But he does play in a pretty good spot, and I'm pretty sure this is Tower. Yeah, it's Tower. So, as you guys know, the Princess Out cycle, so I just go with a very, very aggressive Minion Horde. But unfortunately, he cycled back to another princess, but it's fine because now we go in with the loon, and look at this. He rockets the loon, then I just loon in the pocket. So like he basically has like no answers, and he has to cycle back to Inferno Tower with the log, meaning that I can actually go in with the skeleton dragons and then the lava hound in front, because since he doesn't have an Inferno Tower in rotation, I messed up his cycle due to the mirror loon. He has nothing for the lava hound, so his only option is to go in here by just guards, and boom, the skeleton dragons just take down the tower, and he wouldn't have taken down my tower anyways because I would have mirrored guards. So yeah, this deck, I mean, although there are some weaknesses, like such as like you must be praying that you don't face like Electro Giant or something like that. It's pretty it's overall a really, really good deck. And like those two matches I lost, like it was just kind of tough because in the front house was really hard to break through, and I don't know why I faced like 5 Inferno Towers during this Grand Challenge because I don't even have a reset spell. And look at this guy. This guy's also playing Inferno Tower. So he's playing drill. He drilled eye guards, standard answers. So I know that he's going to have like the drill wall breakers one. So I just go in with a pump here, and he actually goes in with the wall breakers, and then he fireballs that, which I mean fair play from him, but honestly now my pump is gonna get a pretty good amount of value. So here I'm probably just going to Lava Hound. Since I have a pump, I have an Elixir League already, so it's good to Lava Hound, and he also played a bunch of his win conditions as well. So he goes on with the drill. So I just go in with the Estrax, since he just played his Fireball, and as you can see, this is why the Inferno Tower is so bad, because we don't have Zap in this deck. It's replaced by the Mirror. So it's really hard to break through an Inferno Tower because you know that like you can't break through. And this is actually a very good pump position that you can still place in the middle, because it is physically impossible to fireball that pump with my weaker tower. So I just mirror pump here because I know that he really can't do anything. So I go with the minion hoarder on all this stuff. He actually predicts misses his minion hoarder. I mean my minion hoarder, which is actually very huge. that was honestly a really bad play by him. And I just clean up, and now I have 2 pumps on the board due to the mirror. And I'm going to get a huge elixir lead. As you guys can already see, I have a huge elixir lead. And the pumps are supplying me with more and more elixir. So I know that he has Inferno Tower. That's the only air card, the air targeting card that he does have. So I have to go in with the mirror guards to distract the Inferno Tower, which is a very huge play because now the Inferno Tower is dead, and I have a Lava Hound that's not even dead at all. I go in with the Loon, and I'm pretty sure I know he's going to try to cycle back to his Inferno Tower. So I just go in with the Prediction Mirror Minion Horde, and then I catch his Inferno Tower because I knew that he was going to try to cycle back to another one, or he recycle back to another one. And at this point, it's just GG's. It's just GG's from here. You just Lava Hound in the pocket, and he also just gave up. So yeah, that's a pretty good game right there. And like against like giant graveyard, like the ones that with arrows and stuff, you can bait out their arrows with the guards, and then you can just guards again or mirror guards again or just minion horde or something like that. You know, it's very useful. Like the mirror is very useful in some situations. And I found out that like replacing the mirror with like another troop card just or like a spell just isn't worth it. Like because the mirror just has a very like after its buff, it's actually the reason why the mirror is pretty OP now after its buff is because due to it spawning 2 level higher troops, the mirror now like it changes interactions. For example, a level 16 flying machine like a flying machine that is 2 levels up from its fireball cannot be killed. Same with dark goblins and princesses and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they can't be killed from the log as well. Like these interactions just change a whole bunch when it's 1 level up. Like a bunch of like weaker troops just can't be killed by like 2 levels under fireball. So it actually changes the interaction a lot. So here he's playing his the normal pigs deck, and here's my 2 cents on the pigs deck. I'm pretty sure that the pigs deck is actually dead because well, it's not dead. It's gonna be less useful because it's like one of its main things for the pigs deck is that it would get so much damage from the earthquake cycle, but now the earthquake got nerfed 23% crown tower damage, which is a lot. So it's not going to be able to serve that function anymore. And as you can see, I get so much damage because he just played his delivery. And I know that his delivery is the only answer to my minion horde. So I mirror my minion horde, and the mirror minion horde kills out the fire spirit right away, which is a failed fire spirit, and also kills out the queen and basically his entire tower. So I had to go in with an awkward balloon here. I was just trying to take the tower, but I didn't really have a good cycle in hand. And he goes all in with the pigs. And I'm pretty sure I pump here because he just went for his earthquake, even though I know he's going to try to cycle back. So I just pump as soon as I can, get that thing on board, try to get as much elixir as I can. And if he cycles back to another pump, I would have already gotten an even elixir trade. So here, I actually found out that he gave up already because he's not playing anything. So I just go with the mirror Lava Hound and as GG's, boys. Like, this deck is so good. Like, you can see the utility with the mirror. Like, when I mirror the minion horde, like, no other card would have supplemented for that kind of value in that situation. Like, I feel like that Supercell's mirror buff was actually very, very successful. It was one of their most successful buffs because it turned mirror into a situational card to, like, an actual useful card. And I wouldn't really say to like emergency nerf the mirror or anything like that because I think it's fine at how it is. But anyways, as you guys can see, this deck is very strong. You should try it out in your grand challenge. I won a grand challenge 12-1 with it. I mean 12-2 with it because I choked 2 games.